Recently, I haven't been hitting the gym as much as I should be. At first, I thought this was just due to me being busy at college and making these videos, but then I realized that I'm not any busier now than I always have been. Even in high school, when I had arguably more work and stacked extracurriculars, I still found time for the gym. So what changed? The truth is, a lot of that initial motivation I had when I first started working out is gone. But this isn't an excuse, and it shouldn't be treated as such. Motivation will only get you so far. And as a wise calculus teacher once said to me in my junior year of high school, discipline equals freedom. His teaching skills may have been pretty fucking bad, but this saying stuck with me. Oh well, there's always tomorrow.
You go, well, why do you run if you hate it? What are you talking about? I don't want to take showers and eat either. I hate that too. That's life, man. It wasn't until I changed that mentality that I became somebody. But if you can get through to doing things that you hate to do, on the other side is greatness. Greatness.
All right, so I'm gonna run down this entire coastline and back. Whew. Let's do this. All right, I made it to the end. Now it's time to run all the way back. Oh dear God. Made it. That's the end. David Goggins is one crazy son of a...
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was terrible. Oh, and now I'm covered in sand. That's fantastic. I've always hated running for as long as I can remember. And because of that, I always let it stop me from actually getting in shape and being the most healthy I could be. I mean, look at that. That was maybe half a mile. Let's be generous. And I am out of breath, sweating my ass off on the ground, heart rate through the roof. It just goes to show how out of shape I am because I've never been motivated to go out and do cardio. But today, when it's cloudy, cold, rainy, honestly very depressing for a Sunday afternoon, I still came out and decided to take the steps into getting in shape. And right now it fucking sucks, but hopefully with enough discipline and enough routine, it will get easier. Let's go back to that discipline equals freedom phrase and really break down what it means. There are so many instances in life where you're not going to feel like doing something. Whether you don't have the energy or think that it's too hard, you won't feel motivation all the time. But that's where discipline comes in. You know you need to be doing these things, but you let this feeling of, I don't want to today, stop you. But if you have the discipline now to get these difficult things accomplished, later down the line, you're gonna have the freedom to accomplish what you actually want to. I can guarantee you that any successful person in life had to go through things and do these mundane tasks that they didn't want to do, but it was all to fuel their greater goals and got them to where they are today. Let's start by breaking down the root of you not wanting to do hard work. Chances are when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is turn on your phone and get overloaded by instant gratification. Your dopamine receptors have already peaked and you haven't even left your bed. It's no wonder you don't want to do that big project or hit the gym. But discipline doesn't care about these feelings. Discipline comes from training your mind to overpower these wants and these cravings for bad habits. Being disciplined requires us to zoom out from our day-to-day life and understand that each decision we make now will impact us later down the line. For a lot of us, we have such a negative self-image and we can't visualize that better version of ourselves because we feel we're not good enough to obtain it. But have you ever really tried? Have you ever really set out a routine and worked towards something each and every day? On days when the weather was bad, when you didn't feel 100%, when you were tired, unmotivated, did you still work towards that goal? If you had the discipline to work towards something every day, no matter what, then you're going to find that nothing can really stop you. Now, why in the hell are there palm trees in Canada? Let me ask you a question. What sounds more enjoyable? Ordering a nice Big Mac and fries and watching some YouTube videos, or eating a healthy chicken and rice meal and going to the gym? I'm gonna assume you said the McDonald's one, because I feel like that's what most people in our society would choose nowadays. We've been conditioned to avoid difficult tasks because, well, I could just pull out my phone and, oh, I'm already on social media. Look at that. Wow, easy. Now I can scroll for the next 2 hours mindlessly, not thinking about anything. But if you really want to be disciplined, you're gonna have to train your brain into doing hard things. Tasks that will make you feel uncomfortable physically or mentally, but over time it will rewire your brain into actually enjoying these things. Take my run today, for example. It was miserable. I felt like my body was gonna shut down, like my heart would give out, but that's because I just started. Imagine if I did that every day for a couple weeks even. It would be so much easier, and I'd probably enjoy it a lot more because I would notice that it's getting easier. I would notice that I'm actually making progress. Progress is a crazy thing. We want it so bad, but we don't want to work towards it now. We want it to just magically come to us. But that's not going to happen. So be disciplined in your actions and accomplish what you need to, regardless of your motivation. I love this topic of discipline because it's amazing to me how pre-21st century, it was a very common thing for people to possess. But in the modern age, just having discipline alone puts you ahead of the majority of people. Anyone watching this video can be disciplined if they set their mind to it. It just takes this idea of willpower and completing what you need to do no matter what. Motivation will come and go. There will be days where you're super ecstatic and motivated to get something done, and the next you just want to lay in bed and sleep. But it shouldn't matter how motivated you are, because if you're truly disciplined, you'll get it done regardless.
Start doing the things that are going to make you stronger and smarter and faster and healthier and going to make you a better human being. And I'll say the same thing to this guy. You want to be more disciplined? Get after it.
Very easy to feel motivated when you know you're going to accomplish something at a certain time and it's guaranteed. It's why we procrastinate and put things off until the last minute. Throughout the week we don't feel an ounce of motivation, but when that deadline approaches and it's 2 hours away, all of a sudden we're locked in, we're focused. But it's not enough to rely on motivation when we're striving towards these long-term goals. I mean, it could take years to get there. There's no finite time when these things will happen. That's where discipline comes into play. Through discipline, you're going to realize that while sometimes tedious, this hard work you're putting in now will help you down the line. That in turn will create motivation to keep doing these things. Once you've started on something, it's much easier to keep going and stick to that routine. And when you see that progress, of course the motivation is going to kick in, because now you know that what you've been doing has generated results. You think too little of yourself. Why is it that you feel you can't be disciplined without even trying? We've warped this idea of discipline into something that doesn't sound fun. That's only because your definition of fun has been skewed. Fun should be working hard to achieve what you really want in life. Fun should be training your mind, body, and spirit to be the best that it can. And yeah, that's gonna require discipline and days where you don't want to do things, but just get some fucking balls and do it anyways. Find me a great person in history, I mean a truly exceptional individual that lacked discipline. You won't be able to, because the characteristics of a driven and great man come from their ability to resist these feelings of laziness and being unmotivated. Honestly, discipline is one of the most important things that you can implement into your life. We are not automatically entitled to the lives we dream of. It's up to us to actively go out and achieve them. So in this pursuit, will you rely on the unpredictability of motivation and its tendency to fade after short periods of time? Or will you stay disciplined and persevere no matter what obstacles come your way? It's that drive and resilience that create a truly remarkable man. And always remember, if I can make it, so can you. Baby,